a new candidate to lead the Federal Reserve.
This is a historic choice for stability and growth. I am nominating a new candidate to lead the Federal Reserve.
Kevin Warsh, a former Fed governor, returns to the spotlight. He has been one of the Federal Reserve's sharpest internal critics. The Fed's balance sheet is a house of cards. This must be addressed before it's too late. A growing clash over interest rates changed everything.
We must remain independent in setting rates.
Once seen as a hawk, he now argues for lower rates. We follow. Questions over independence quickly follow. The final decision has yet to be made.
Markets respond instantly. The world is watching.
ツマンおじ今日のニュースを読みます。Who is Kevin Warsh? Trump speaks for Fed chair by Daniel Kaye and Nick Edser. January 30th, 2026. Kevin Warsh has been nominated by Donald Trump to be the new head of the U.S. Central Bank, the Federal Reserve. Warsh, who served as Fed governor from 2006 to 2011, had re-emerged in recent weeks as potential choice for the top job, as speculation grew of who would replace the under-fire incumbent, Jerome Powell. The appointment is seen as a key moment for the Fed independence, following Trump's increasing attacks on Powell in recent months. Powell has angered Trump by not cutting interest rates quickly enough, and federal prosecutor recently opened a criminal investigation of testimony Powell gave to the Senate about renovation to federal buildings. The probe prompted forceful response from Powell and messages of support from former Fed chairs and central bank heads. Announcing the nomination on Truth Social, Trump said Warsh will go down as one of the great Fed chairmen, maybe the best. Warsh, a 55-year-old economist, is a fellow at the right-leaning Hoover Institution and serves on the board of Courier Service UPS. He was considered for Fed chair during Trump's first term. He has been an outspoken Fed critic, lambasting everything from the central bank's heavy reliance on data to its use of assets on its balance sheet. Warsh has escalated his rhetoric since emerging as a contender for the top Fed job, going as far as calling for regime change. He had a relatively hawkish reputation as a Fed governor, meaning he tended to favor higher interest rates and took more seriously concerns about inflation. But he is now seen as a voice that will support lower rates in the near term. He has argued the Fed should shrink its balance sheet in order to bring down short-term interest rate, though some have questioned his logic. He thinks he had to lower interest rate. He thinks you have to lower interest rate, Trump told Wall Street Journal in December, and so does everything else that I've talked to. Warsh also has close family connection to Trump orbit. He is married to Jane Lauder, whose family is known for the Estee Lauder cosmetic groups. His father-in-law, billionaire businessman Ronald Lauder, is a long-time Trump donor at the LI. Warsh's appointment still needs to be approved by the Senate, meaning it could face a lengthy delay. Republican Senator Tom Tillis, a member of the Senate Banking Committee, has said he will oppose Trump's nominee until the potential legal case against Powell is resolved. Warsh had been seen as one of the four leading candidates for the Fed job. The other frontrunners were White House economist advisor Kevin Warsh, Fed Governor Christopher Waller, and Wall Street bond guru Rick Ryder. And Warsh takes up his role. Financial market will keep a close eye on how independently his act of President Trump. Stephen Brown, deputy chief North America economist at Capital Economics, said Warsh seems like a relatively safe choice. Warsh's long-running hawkish view should have to counteract concern that he might morph into Paul Brown Trump stooge, he added. As the news of Warsh's impending nomination started to leak out, the dollar strengthened slightly, while the price of gold sank 6%. Stuart Clark, portfolio manager at the wealth management business Quilt, said investors would be breathing somewhat of sign of relief of Warsh's nomination. Warsh was in contention for the job back in 2017, and as such comes to the role with a level of authority that is respected across the market, he added. Concern around Fed independence and erosion on this should now be tempered, although Warsh's words and actions will be scrutinized by market participants intensely. 以上です。